Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. My name is Cam. So today, Leo, for a meditative session, I got the Emperor, the Father, number 5. This could be you thinking about a masculine energy if you're someone watching, or you are masculine energy and you're watching, but I'm definitely getting like a very divine masculine vibe, and I'm definitely thinking about like time and the Hermit for some reason. So I think that with the energy coming up, I feel like someone's kind of coming out of hermit mode. I'm kind of thinking of Cancer now, like coming out of their shell. And I think yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It's like someone's coming out of hermit mode. Someone's coming out of like this energy's kind of hit them, right? And now they're like kind of moving. So yeah, that's what I got for a meditative session. Leo, let's pull some cards and see what we get. So Leo, this is exactly like the meditative session was saying. So if the meditative session resonated with you guys, then this is for you, because we have the Emperor and we have the Hermit in reverse. So again, it's someone, a masculine energy coming out of hermit mode, right? That's essentially what this reading is about. So I definitely think that ego is what kept this Emperor away, right? Ego is what kept this Emperor hidden, kept this Emperor's energy at bay. Like if you haven't spoken to someone in a long time, it has to do with the ego. It always, I mean, it doesn't always, but it has to do with the ego. And I feel like who was hurt, I feel like it was the feminine, right? With the Queen of Cup in reverse. It's like this Queen of Cup, they knew it, right? With this like Nine of Cup, this is like someone on their cellular level. Either they like knew that this person was for them, or like they intuitively knew that this person wasn't like giving them what they needed, right? 8 of Wands in reverse, like no communication. Ace of Coins in reverse, like an opportunity that's like, I feel like it's like a fake opportunity, right? Like, yeah, like I'm gonna be there for you, and then you're not really there. 3 of Cups could be like other people involved, other people like, you know, third party situation, talking to other people. Again, like a person who's really fucking shady. That's what we're gonna call this person. And again, I think this person has, I'm not gonna like excuse them, because again, like this is the reality of the situation. This is what they presented to this feminine energy. So yeah, I feel like the feminine energy definitely had every right to leave, right? But I do think that this masculine energy is coming up right now. They're coming in Emperor, they're like in Emperor mode, right? Or this is their potential at least, right? But I think they're moving out of this, right? And it's funny because the 2 of Pentacles, which is like making a decision, is being clarified by the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. Again, decisions, right? Choices. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, where am I going? And I think the ego has kept this person in indecision for a very long time. And again, even if this person intuitively knew what this was, which I feel like they did with the 10 of Cups, it's like, again, it's like fear. It's indecision. Yeah, like they weren't making any moves. They weren't doing any decisions. They were sitting in ego. They were sitting in fear, and they were not moving. But now it's like a masculine who's moving, right? With the 3 of Cups, this is someone who's like going with the flow, right? And like I feel like they're letting the energy take them, right? It's like no one in this time period is going into hermit mode, right? The energy is so high right now. You could like feel it, right? It's like tangible, right? And this person is definitely feeling the energy. They're definitely helping this person out. And I can see that with the Self and the 3 of Swords. It's like, do you see how we have like these circles around them, right? And they're being aided by 3, and they have 3, well, there's 3 people here. And I definitely feel like with the open book here, the skull, like there's been like a rebirth kind of, right, to this person, and they're trying to come back to themselves, right? There's this like an ending to the ego, right? Like they're trying to like, not, you can't ever end the ego, but you can like learn to live with it, right? You can learn to accept the ego. You can learn to like learn to play with the ego, basically. It's like the ego can overtake you or it can become a part of you. Do you see it's like this ego, like if this is the color of the ego, it's in them, but it's not taking over them. Whereas in this case, this person is wearing like all this armor, this person has all the shit on them. This person is like basically like not able to like be free of it. Like the ego controls them, but in here it's like no, they control their ego. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like this person has definitely learned. This person has definitely evolved. This person is definitely like being guided and helped, right? And I think they're coming out of hermit mode, right? And it's funny to me because I think that for a long time they were confused, right? With this Four of Pentacles and the moon. It's like they were confused as to what to do, so they didn't do anything, right? And with the Page of Swords, I'm feeling like finally some movement, right? Like this person's kind of out. And here again with the Hermit in reverse, this person is kind of on the move. And that's what I would want to say. It's like indecision might have kept this person away. Ego might have caused this person to go away. But at the same time, I feel like with this feminine energy, I think these two people did know what this connection was, right? With this Nine of Cups and Ten of Cups. I think these two people did know. And I think there was like a mutual like idea of what could be had, right? I think both of these people like dreamed for the Ten of Cups with one another. And it's sad that this is kind of what this has happened, like what had happened in this relationship. But again, this person I think is finally moving, finally evolving, finally like integrating the ego, accepting the shadow, accepting that part of themselves and not letting it overtake them, right? It's like, I control you, you don't control me anymore. And it's really, really beautiful. So yeah, I really feel like for whoever this is, if you're the masculine watching this, like congratulations, because I know that it's been a lot of time and it's been a lot of effort. And yeah, when we do shadow work and we come out of it, it's funny because I think that you've been out of shadow work for a while. I think you're finally just moving now. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like you, even after the shadow work, you were like still confused. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you weren't ready to kind of like come back into the world kind of vibe. That's what it feels like. It's like, even though like, yeah, you did some work, it's like coming to this full place where like to get to here is still a long journey, right? It's like, yeah, even though you recognize this, you had to get there to get here, to get here, to get here. So I do see like the steps involved. So I do think like, yeah, it's been a long journey for you. It's funny because I'm not really getting a lot about this feminine. And I think that that's kind of the point, to be honest. I don't think they want to like, I don't know if the masculine's watching this, but there has to be, because I don't think that they don't want me to like talk about the feminine really. Like I think the feminine, if she is here, like she's not, you know what I'm saying? For the masculine, if you're listening, it's like she knew what she had to do and she left, you know, she dipped. And it's like, if this person is a mystery, you don't know what they're up to, you're not supposed to know what they're up to. Like if you want to know what they're up to, you go find out what they're up to. Like it's not for me to tell you. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a way to like for you to look up what the feminine's doing. Again, it's like congrats to you, but again, it's like if you want to talk to the feminine, you go talk to the feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to tell you what the feminine's doing. I'm going to tell you like, yeah, you hurt the feminine. The feminine is in reverse. Right? The feminine knew what was like good, knew what was going on, and left. And if there was she knows everything, so it's like it's not really about knowing what she's up to now. It's like if you want to make a move, right? But make sure you're not wasting anybody's time. Like be in this energy. If you're not there yet and you're still here, then again you have the potential to reach here. But yeah, I do see, if you are the feminine watching this, what can I say to you? To make sure they come in this energy, right? Like not to accept anything less than this energy, right? Like, what's that song? It's like show me so I can feel it, or let me touch it so I can feel it. It's something like that. It's like something about the proof, right? But yeah, let's get some advice. So Leo, you guys got number 17, making an 8. Crow spirit, co-create with spirit. It's funny because I'm pretty sure the crow is the symbol of the divine masculine, and we just got that. So I'm really feeling like this is like kind of a divine masculine read. This is definitely speaking about masculine for sure. Obviously with the Emperor, but maybe this is for all divine masculines. This is collective. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that this masculine again is trying to learn, right, how to like co-create with spirit, trying to learn how to remain aligned. This has a lot to do with like alignment with the self, right? And learning like what didn't serve them in the past. So there's definitely progress in the fact that this masculine is recognizing things and trying to like learn and change, right? Or integrate, right? Integrate the ego with themselves so that one doesn't overpower the other. It's like they lost themselves for a little bit, you know? And I feel like they're coming back, right? And they're coming back different. And I feel like this message of Amaterasu is for the feminine, the goddess of light. We're all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. I mean, it's a message for everyone, but I think it's specifically for the feminine because I feel like, again, the feminine is not here, but I feel like if she is, I feel like she's listening, but she's not like in the reading, you know what I mean? And I think the message to the feminine is like, the feminine energy is that someone like hurt her and she ran into a cave, right? And she hid. And I feel like that's kind of what the feminine did, right? She's like, she ran away, right? Like someone hurt her and she was like, you know what? Like, I'm running away from this, right? Like, I'm not going to deal with this. So they left, right? And then this feminine hid in a cave and it was only like laughter and like joy that made her come out of the cave, right? And what she didn't realize was like, it was a mirror and it was like curiosity that brought her out, but it was actually like her own laughter and her own joy that like pulled her out of the cave. Even though she thought it was someone else, it was like herself or some shit like that. That's the story with Amaterasu. And it's like, it's interesting because it's like, we're all mirrors, right? Reflecting back the same light. So it's like, you can act in any way that you want to act when this person arrives, right? Like, you could do whatever you want. But I'd say like to you that you kind of get reflected back the same energy you give, right? And it's like, if you have change, if this person is like at this energy, or you are actually happy that this person is in this energy, right? Like, okay, good for them. Then it's like, I would assume that you think that you're in that energy too, right? Like, you're like, oh yeah, like I know myself, I'm aligned, like, right? Like, you're the one watching this reading, if anything, for feminine. So it's like, yeah, you like understand it, right? And you're like, yeah, like I am aligned. I do like work with the, co-create with the universe, right? Like I do, manifest. I do like try to remain like, I know I've done my shadow work, right? Like, so I feel like I'm talking to someone who's done all that work. So it's like, if you have done all that shit, then it's like, why would you let this person like put you into an energy that you wouldn't want like reflected back to you? Like, let's say this is vice versa, right? Because I feel like we all have to go through this, right? So it's like, if you are not understanding this thing about the ego and integration and done the shadow work and stuff like that, then you have no right to kind of judge this person, because it's like you haven't even done the work. So this is like triggering you and you're like being really upset that they're coming back and like, you know what I mean? Then it's like, it's just a sign that you haven't done the work. So you're in the same spot as like them basically when they started. Like, you're not there yet. And if you do understand this and you're not being triggered by it, and yeah, like you can accept this person coming back, whether they come back or not, it's not going to change anything, then you're at the level, then you are at this level. So I feel like this is kind of just a test for the feminine. It's kind of like, where are you? Because at the same time, it's like we're the same, right? We're mirrors reflecting back the same thing. So what are you going to give to this person? Are you going to give to them the shadow or the light or the integrated self, right? It's like, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, like if it was me, I would want to, like, I know where I stand, right? When I hear this reading and like, oh, if someone's going to come back, how's that going to affect my life? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you're getting triggered and you're getting upset, then you already know like where you stand. And again, it's like, we're not here to judge others. We're here to like do the work, basically. That's literally what this is all about. It's about the work that we're doing, right? To get to this energy. And it's not an easy journey, right? So yeah, Leo, that's what I got for you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.